Well, here we are again. Happy anniversary, YouTube. It's been 1 year now since my very first upload. And I figured what better way to celebrate than to go back to the game that started it all. Our first challenge run that we did. For those that didn't follow that, my first challenge one was to see if I could beat Gothic 1 only using magic and no other weapons whatsoever. And that was an outrageous success and was a lot of fun. And then realizing that it wasn't going to be nearly as much of a challenge to do Gothic 2 in the same manner, I switched it up to do a bow only build and then proceeded to do literally the entire series only using a bow. And I figured, you know, just to round it all out, I should probably come back and do the first game with the same challenge. Because the challenge only got easier as I went through the series, because they started making more and more considerations for different builds, because the original two games, I would say, were definitely a lot more focused on melee builds than anything else. The bow thing was really only a secondary consideration. Even in Gothic 2, it was quite a challenge, and Gothic 1 even more so, would be my bet. So we'll see if it's possible. Now, there's one massive caveat to this challenge before we really even get into it, and that is that there is at least one instance where I will have to use a spell scroll. And that's for the orc teleportation when we go into the cemetery in Chapter 3, Chapter 4, somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly, I don't have the game memorized. But that's not something that we could bypass, but supposedly, according to, you know, every other source that I've taken a glimpse at, we should be able to bypass all of the other need for teleportation and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. There is another instance that I'm slightly worried about, and that's when we have to fight the troll with Diego. And I guess spoilers for anyone that's looking to be surprised by the series. I've already gone through this once, so, you know, I'm gonna talk about the story before it happens in a lot of instances, I think. So that's a thing. Anyway, just thought I'd get that out of the way. So yeah, there's at least one instance that I'm gonna have to use a scroll. And everything else I'm going to do everything I possibly can to bypass it. And I don't know if I like hit a complete roadblock with the bow thing. Maybe I'll just stop it because I have already done this game before. But we'll kind of see. I'm going to do a different build. I think, like, ahead of time, I'm already thinking that I'm going to join the new camp just because, you know, they've all got bows on them. And it seems like it would be the sensible thing to do.
Let's talk about something else instead.
Yes, let's talk about something else. Except not really, because, I mean, it's Gothic, and what am I going to do but talk about Gothic? Since we don't have a bow yet, first order of business should be getting one of those. And I actually don't know where to get a bow. Trying to think. I don't ever do ranged builds in this game. Of the bajillion times that I have played it, never done ranged. Done magic only. I mean, obviously we did a challenge, but I mean, normally like I do like a mage build, but usually I go for like kind of battle mage, because the melee to me is just really satisfying. But order of business number 2 after we get our hands on a bow is to find out if we can get an unlimited arrows supplier, because that's kind of gonna make or break a lot of this.
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
No.
Diego says I'm to meet him in the camp.
Okay, in you go then.
And just like that. I was debating like cutting out all the dialogue, but you know what? I honestly think that I need the breathers sometimes. So I'll probably just leave it in for the most part. Maybe I'll start getting impatient at certain points. Yeah, I guess we'll still talk to Thoris. Thoris, come on.
You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
Man,
If I gave you a
we've come
certain
such
amount of
long
war,
way.
would you let me in the castle?
For a certain amount.
How much?
Well, it'd have to take a while to count.
So tell me.
1,000? Well, you could join.
Yes, we know it's 1,000 nuggets. Okay. Do I do the work? Oh yes, I want his task. That's
I
what
want to work for Gomez.
Oh, yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for him?
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego.
Okay, but I want your task.
Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you. And if you fail, you're his responsibility.
Okay, come on.
There must be something you want done.
No, the things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me.
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boy. He's gone too far.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
They're likely to become very unpleasant if I...
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new.
Okay, come on.
Where can I find Mordrag?
You'll find him at the south gate on the other side of the castle, just beyond the entrance. The bastard wouldn't dare come any further into the camp.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take...
Okay. I got a little impatient and quick on the escape key there. So he said that he's protected because he's a courier for the mages. Oh God, no! What have I done?
I haven't seen you before. I'll join you for a while if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll need a friend.
Oh no. I deliberately avoided this guy on my first run. No, get lost, go away.
Get lost.
You're not in a good mood today, are you? I better come with you. Tell
Son
me, where are we going? Or is it supposed to be a surprise?
of a bitch. What have I done? See, the only way to get him to piss off is to beat the crap out of him, but I don't have a bow. And I can't use my fists. This is not going very well. Alright. Also, I left subtitles on. It was requested at one point, so I was like, I already did one playthrough without the subtitles on. I can leave them on this time. It's not like it bothers me that much. Although it does, it's weird that it like pops up like when you're running by conversation and then it just disappears. Like, I don't mean weird, obviously it makes sense because you don't hear the conversation anymore, just like it's kind of distracting that just pops in and out.
Ah, new face.
What do you want?
I want to offer you help. You're new here and the new ones always get into trouble. You could save yourself a lot by making a small donation. Just 10 ore, man. It ain't much to ask.
Here's 10 ore, and you'll have to help me if I get into trouble.
Hey, watch who you're trying to fool. Come back when you have the ore.
Yeah, I didn't think I had 10 ore, so... Jackal's not the douchebag, though. He'll actually take 10 and then call it a day. Come on, Mordrag.
Hey, newcomer. I'm Mordrag. You should remember that name. You can buy any kind of goods from me at a cheap price.
Alright.
You have a problem.
Really? What's that?
There are people around here who want to get rid of you.
Really? Then you can tell them they should send someone along to enforce their wish.
What makes you so sure I'm not the one to do it?
'Cause I think you're smarter than that, boy. You'll soon realize that there are better opportunities than working for Gomez. We, too, need capable people in the new camp. And nobody tells you what to do.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to have a chance to talk to the magicians. I have to get inside the castle.
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a seal.
And if I wanted to join the new camp, could you help me?
If you're serious, we can go now. I can take you to Laris. He's the head of our gang. But if you prefer to beat me out of the camp, well, go for it.
Let's go to the new camp.
Okay, follow me.
And just like from our previous run of Gothic 1, I'm going to use Mordrag to kill everything that's going to be problematic in the way. The most convenient clearance path. And also, you know, it's nice that I get the XP for it, because we're going to be hurting for XP for quite a while. Especially till I get a bow. Who even sells bows? Ooh, I know. Cavalorn. He sells bows. I don't have any money though, that's a problem. And I can't think of, like, I'm sure there's bows laying around somewhere, but I can't think of where. And I could have looked it up, but that's just not the way I do things. I prefer to struggle on my own. As always. Alright, you take care of that. I'm going to stand over here. Then I'm going to loot the corpses. Thank you. Whoop. You know, my fingers got confused for a second there and I couldn't figure out which was the right key. Come on. We're gonna need this meat, so I need you to actually loot it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, was debating doing a no heals run, and I decided not to, like maybe in the future, and like I'm not gonna make a habit of just replaying this game every single year, I don't think. I mean, maybe I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I figured that would just end up looking a lot like my mage or like my magic only run, because it was gonna be avoid everything at the beginning of the game until I have like some decent range capability, and then blow everything away with magic, basically. So that wouldn't be much fun. Someone asked me to do a no-hit run of Arkelos, and I definitely considered it, but you know, I'd rather do a no-hit run of a game that I'm more familiar with, if I'm totally honest. And you can't really do a no-hit run of this game. You can do it for basically all of it, except one of those final orc shamans, the undead guys. One use pyrokinesis, and it's like a continuous attack. And he starts firing it off almost instantly after the dialogue, so it would be impossible to take 0 damage. But you could probably do it without having to heal. No hit run of Arkelos though, I don't know. I still haven't beaten Arkelos. I praised it a lot, it was a lot of fun. And I did the thing that I always do with games. I got like 3/4 of the way through it, and then I kind of like got distracted and started doing something else, like playing a different game, and just didn't really get quite back to it. It's also hard when you try doing like, you know, records of challenge runs and stuff like that, and then playing other games on the side, and then also trying to fit in working out and like work and life and all that other stuff, and it just gets bogged down. Also doesn't help that I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, so that's why I can't like finish things. I have a severe problem with finishing video games. Like at one point in time, I mean I've like built new computers since then, but at one point I had a computer with the desktop that was like completely polluted in icons. Every single there's a wolf there. You're gonna have to deal with it. every single one of the icons was something that I started playing, got like 3/4 of the way through, got bored, I started playing something else. And it's not even that it was like, oh, bored now, it was just, you know, something else came along that like intrigued me. I was like, ooh, let's check this out. And then it just completely sucked me in until the next thing came around. It's a hard life. It's a hard life having no attention span. But I also have like this weird need to like complete things too. That just doesn't like work quite the same unless there's a specific need to do it. And thankfully it gets me through these projects, if nothing else. And I noticed that my subscriber count kept on going up even with no uploads. I've been on a bit of a hiatus for like the last couple of weeks. When did I finish Arcania even? I don't even remember. But either way, it's good to see. And people seem to be appreciating the videos, so that's awesome. More than I expected from this like little project anyway. Because it's literally just me sitting here talking over playing games that are really old. And that most people have forgotten about. But I didn't. These are my nostalgia comfort zones. And we'll see how much faster we can get through this one. The first time I did Gothic 1, it took me 18 episodes.
Well, here we are. When you pass through the gate, you'll reach the new camp. Talk to Lars. He will help you. Give this to him. It's a precious ring. It's your ticket to see Lars. You need a good reason to be allowed to meet him. Well, thinking about it, I think I'll stay here for some time. I've earned enough for now, and things are heating up in the old camp. If you want, come and meet me at the bar. It's the hut out on the lake. Take care.
See you.
Will do. Yeah, about 18 episodes, and I did like, you know, my normal day counter thing with Gothic, so it's about 18 hours. So yeah, we'll see if we can get through in faster than 18 hours. Also, I did like buy speed potions as soon as I possibly could and like kind of continuously use them every time I had to make a long trip. So that sped things up quite a bit more than they're supposed to be. Okay, we're gonna avoid this. I didn't forget everything about the game. I might have actually had like more prep work in mind for my first playthrough than this one because... Oh hey, you know what I just realized? We lost Mud. Huh, it's normally not that easy. Thank God he got stuck at the geometry somewhere.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries. Watch your back.
Yeah, I don't really care what you do. You're a nice guy, Jarvis, but not too concerned right now. Gotta get my hands on a bow. Oh, I just realized another problem that we're gonna have joining this camp. They're gonna want me to deal with Shrike. And if I have a bow, he's gonna die. The considerations are starting to pile up now. Gonna get complicated. That's the fun though. That's what I like about it. It's taking something old that I'm very familiar with and trying to have to figure out how to rework things.
Now where are you going?
Some people never learn.
Where can I go?
To Laris.
I want to see Laris.
I doubt he'll talk to you.
Just you leave that to me.
I won't stop you.
Alright, Talaris.
Where do you want to go?
I want to meet Laris.
Laris is here, but you need a good reason to disturb him.
Mordrag sent me.
Mordrag hasn't been seen here for some time. He's probably changed over to the old camp.
I came here with him.
Mordrag's back? If you meet him, tell him Laris wants to see him.
Mordrag gave me something for Laris.
What is it?
A ring.
Certainly a precious piece. Okay, you can see him.
And then we'll have to do the weed sharing out thing. Maybe I'll montage that or something so it's not so painful this time. Alright.
I want to join your gang.
Oh, yeah? What have you got to show for yourself, then?
Mordrag sent me. He gave me a ring for you.
A precious piece. It's part of normal procedure here to share your booty with your gang leader. But the fact that he gave you the ring proves that he must think a lot of you. I want you to go to him and tell him something from me. Tell him I want somebody in the sect camp. The Brotherhood is planning something big. I want to know exactly what's going on there.
Is that enough for me to join you?
Mordrag has spoken up for you, but you're not ready yet. Do your tasks.
Alright,
What else can I do?
Baal Isidro from the sect camp has weed worth at least 400 ore on him. I want you to get it from him. I don't care how you do it. If you have the weed, sell it. Bring me the 400 ore. Then we'll talk again to see if you'll be admitted to the gang.
Where can I learn something?
With me, I can help you to improve your dexterity and strength.
I mean, we could just put all our points into dex. Oh yeah, that's the other fun part about bows. I did do some looking about how the mechanics work and stuff. Because in Gothic 2, dex, like, as you leveled up your dex, you're able to use better and better bows. But also, your dex would scale your bow damage. That's not the case in Gothic 1. So that'll be fun.
You're from the sect camp, aren't you?
We call it the Brotherhood. I'm Baal Kagan. The sleep will be with you.
What are you doing here?
Originally, I was sent here to convince people to join our Brotherhood, but these barbarians are not interested in spiritual enlightenment. Therefore, I'm restricted to selling swamp weed. And that is a popular occupation here. Too popular. I can hardly deliver as much as they want to have.
Why don't they send an extra man here?
Baal Isidro was meant to help me, but he just spends all day in the bar on the lake and trades his weed for rice schnapps. He's addicted to the spirit. I fear I cannot expect any help from him.
I could help you sell your weed to the people.
I can only entrust such a large amount of weed to members of the Brotherhood. But you could help me give out gifts. Not everybody has tasted my goods yet. As soon as they've tried the weed, they'll want more.
I thought you could hardly manage to do your tasks now.
Baal Isidro will be taken care of soon. I've already sent a message to Kor Kalam.
Okay.
What's in it for me if I hand out the weed for you?
I can reward you in many different ways. You can get magic spell scrolls from me, bearing the powerful magic of the sleeper. Or I can help you join our community if that's what you want. I have very good contacts to Kor Kalam. Both are very close to E. Baryon, our master. I can pay you with plain ore as well if you prefer. 100 nuggets should be enough for your efforts.
Alrighty.
Okay, give me the weed. Who do you want me to give it to?
You're sure to find someone who'll take it. Talk to people, but only give one stalk to each person. One more thing. If you let somebody take the weed from you, or if you smoke it yourself, our deal ceases to exist.
Sure.
Okay, goods.
Show me your goods.
As you wish.
Maybe we should have talked to somebody in the old camp. That might have been a better bet. Anyway. So, we already got it in with Lairs. And that's about that for now. Actually, what we'll do, we're gonna go get ourselves some pants. Go to the new mine. That's like always my first step, because I got the free like armor pants. That'll give me either some protection, but I mean we're gonna be playing the avoidance game for a long time, so more likely it's going to be used as capital. Except we gotta bypass these guys, so don't mind me, guys. Just coming on through. I'm pretty sure this is how things went before, right? Oh boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope. Yeah, well, if we were doing that no heals run, I'd be in pretty piss poor shape right now. A pretty significant chunk of our health. But that's not the case, so it doesn't matter. I was thinking about putting the DirectX 11 mod on because, I mean, the experience that I've had with the DX11 mod on this game is that it really messes with, well, messes with a few things, like because there's some modeling changes and stuff. But the biggest thing is that it would hard crash my game every time that I would teleport somewhere. But if we're not using teleportation, it's not really a big deal. But anyway, didn't have the mod downloaded ahead of time, and honestly, I took long enough getting started with this project, so I was like, you know what? I don't need any more excuses to delay myself, so yeah. Because I kind of... Oh, come on. I don't actually care.
I hope.
Yes, we understand each other just fine. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Didn't want more excuses to give myself to delay the project? Yes, because I originally wanted to have like an episode up, like, you know, for the actual anniversary, because it was March 4th last year that I did my first Gothic 1 part, but, well, close enough. As long as I don't go through the editing stage too long. Come on, where's the guy I'm looking for?
Hey, you! You're not one of my men.
I need to go on.
Then leave me alone.
You're the one that bothered me. Come on, where's the head dude? Oh, he's down there. Gotcha. The engineer, whatever. Can't remember his name even. Swiney. Name that I should remember.
Who are you?
I'm the best mining engineer this damn colony has ever seen, my boy. I make sure half our boys don't go getting themselves killed by falling rocks just because they're too stupid to scrape the right places.
I'd like to join you as a scraper.
Oh, yeah? Well, just don't think you're gonna get anything much out of it. There's 3 portions of rice a day. Any extra, you'll have to see to yourself. Do you know why we're doing this? We're doing this job so one day we can all walk out of here to freedom. Well, that means all the ore's to be handed in. Then it goes on the big ore mound. And once a month, everybody who's been working here gets 50 ore to get stoned on. That's the most important things you ought to know. Do you at least have any experience on the job?
Yes.
Good. Then you know what to watch out for.
And I don't care how much ore they've collected. Let's put on the pants for now. Wherever they are. There they are. Okay, and you know what? I should probably just heal up a little bit. Oh man, look at how healed we are. So good. Okay, let's get on out of here. There's nothing for me here. We're probably gonna have to take up thieving, I think. That'll gear me up pretty quick, I think, especially in the early stages of this. Nah, that's where we're going. Turned around. You know, the number of times I've played this, you'd think I would just like be able to do it blind, but sadly I can't. I don't spend that much time with it. I mean, like, you know, 1 year is still a fairly significant amount of time. Plenty of time to forget things for sure. Regardless of how many times you play a game. I think, anyway. Alright. Especially because, like, I have this weird insistence on, like, not looking things up. I should probably get over that in the future. Gotta try to do slightly more advanced stuff. That's fine. They can only hurt me so much. They're very, very slow. But yeah, and then we'll have to find out if we can get infinite arrows. I assume Cavalorn's gotta have infinite-ish arrows, right? I'm not entirely certain. So I guess the first bet would be get some money, go buy some arrows off of him, and then, like, after a couple of days we'll go back and see if they regenerate. And if they don't, then we're gonna have some problems. It's gonna be called an under-leveled problem. And also, there's a lot of, like, invincible opponents and stuff like that that are gonna, or borderline invincible opponents, that are gonna need some, like, creative solutions. And they are all solutions that have been tried in the past by others, so I will be entirely stealing the strategies in those cases. I was able to take some pride in my magic only run because like all of those are my own inventive solutions that I didn't like get advice from anybody or like see anybody do. That was just all crap that I invented as a kid, basically. Playing the game wrong. But now that we're doing something, I guess we'll call it more advanced, it'll be a bit different.
And where do you want to go?
Why? In there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
Guess what I am?
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You look like one of those filthy rats. Come on in.
We'll talk to Mordrag and tell him that Lares has stuff going on. Let's cipher Mordrag.
I'm not listening
Hello?
to that blathering anymore.
Hey.
Lares has a message for you.
Tell me about it.
He wants to know what's going on in the sect camp, and he wants you to find out.
I get the feeling this problem will solve itself.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
Okay. That's it? That's it.
Show me your goods.
Choose something.
Alright, what has this guy got? Nothing. Smug Prick's got nothing. Well, we're gonna sell him a tumbler. And actually, we're just gonna leave the torches for now. We're gonna keep the beer because we know. Oh, but we can sell all of our swords. I really hate that bit of the inventory system. Okay, come on. We can sell all of these. We don't need any of this stuff. Except I don't think he can give me much. Like, he's got this 11 ore. And then he's got 2 lockpicks. And that's about it.
That won't happen again.
Rely on somebody.
Been a bit of a pickle here. Okay, can I give him a blueberry? A single blueberry. It's even worth more. You know what? I'll take the bad deal. It's fine.
Wasn't very clever.
That won't happen.
I just wanted some ore. Now, we could talk to Zidra. Ah, we might as well. We'll just get this weed from him. It'll be fine.
I'll tell you something. You have a problem. Bal Kagan will make sure you'll be replaced.
What? The sleeper have mercy on me. I need to get rid of this stuff.
Oh, you sure do.
You don't look very happy.
I'm not. I need to get rid of a whole pile of weed.
You're here to sell goods from the sect camp?
Yes, but I just can't be bothered.
What a hard life it must be.
I could sell the weed for you for consideration, of course.
Forget it. I'm not as drunk as all that. You just go running away with it.
You shouldn't believe everything in here.
Here you go. Have another drink on me.
Thanks, man. I'll drink to your health.
That's a dramatic drink, just with symbols.
Think about it. Give me the weed and we'll share the profit.
Oh, man. I need to get rid of this stuff. You wouldn't try to make me look like a fool, would you?
I give you my word.
Good. Here's this stuff. You should get at least 400 ore for it. That would be 200 for each of us. I'll be waiting here. Come back as soon as you have the ore.
Do you know who'll take bigger amounts here?
If I knew that, I would have gone myself. I feel much better now that I'm rid of this stuff.
But you don't have the ore, so I don't know why you feel better exactly. But, I'll sell it to people, don't you worry. Hey, Cypher. Take it.
Rely on somebody
Oh.
and you're in trouble.
No, never mind. Cypher's a prick. Want to say anything to me?
You shouldn't believe everything in here.
I mean, we are just some greasy new guy who really wants to talk to us. Nobody knows that we're gonna be hero of the land. And eventually king.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here, anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
Of course. And now your friend, he needs some weed too. Okay, this is how we're gonna fund a bunch of things. I'll give the money back
You look like you
eventually.
could do with some swamp weed.
Come back anytime, brother.
See, just like that, 20 ore. That's more than frickin' Mordrag had on him. How much do you think we're gonna need to buy a bow? Got 32 ore. That's not gonna go very far. But I don't really want to spend like half the first episode shelling out weed. We could save that for part 2 or something. Let's go do something more interesting. We'll learn how to steal shit. Actually, what do I have for LP? There's a... I got 10 skill points. I feel like I should probably put those into Dex. So part of how we're going to get around some of the challenges is we're going to exploit some geometry stuff using the acrobatics ability. Which, unlike in Gothic 2, we have to just specifically pay LP to a guy. We don't just like continue dumping points into Dex until it magically happens. Which, as much as that was annoying that that was kind of locked off to Dex only builds in Gothic 2, it does make an odd amount of sense. And it also like wasn't necessary for anything. It's not necessary for anything in this game either. I've literally never used it, in fact, like on a serious build. I used to like play around with the game and like get it, but I wouldn't like actually use it on like my main runs. Just because it seemed like a waste of LP. I'd rather like dump it into like more strength or something like that. Although there are level caps on everything in this. You can only invest 100 skill points into anything. So once you're like 100 strength, that's it. Once you're 100 dex, that's it. You can boost beyond that using like rings and potions and all that stuff. So we'll have to do some of that. We'll have to be a little more considered than I was with the mage build because I screwed up some of that stuff. I couldn't remember exactly how the system worked. For whatever reason, it seems pretty simple, but you know how brains work. Some things just get tossed out. Even things that you just like, you know for sure, just all of a sudden you just kind of forget them one day. And then you'll remember the next day. And go, why did I do that? Okay, let's go talk to Cavalorn. See, well, A, how much money we need. I haven't the faintest idea how much bows are going to cost. I just feel like it's more than 30 ore, you know?
What are you doing out here?
I'm a hunter. Above all, I hunt scavengers.
Where will I get a bow?
Here, I sell the best bows in the old camp.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
That depends. What do you want to know?
Everything, Cavalorn. Ooh, bow level 1, look at that. Not right now, though.
Show me your goods.
So the bow skill improves your chance to hit. And dex improves your range. That's my understanding. Alright, so 40 for the rider bow. Or 40 for the short bow. The rider bow is 80. We're not going to be able to get that now, so short bow it is, probably. I guess we could buy it. If I trade you this and some food, because I don't really want to give up my other stuff. Maybe some blueberries, some meat. What? No, that's life. Stone roots, mana, garbage. Completely worthless to me. And then we'll take some arrows from them. They had 215, so now we'll know if they reset next time. I have a bad feeling they don't. Like a really bad feeling. Also, I also have this feeling that I could just open up his chest and he wouldn't give a shit, but here nor there. Alright, we got our first bow. I'm scared to use it though because I don't want to waste arrows. Especially if, you know, they're limited. Probably could have just taken this stuff from him and sold it to him. Should we learn bow level 1 like immediately? Because that'll like improve our chance to hit and all that stuff. That seems like a good use of my LP. Okay.
Show me your goods.
That was the wrong dialogue choice.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
That depends. What do you want to know?
Can you teach me how to use my bow better?
For a beginner, It's not hard to get better. It's a question of your posture. Place your feet well apart. Hold both your arms on one level. Hold your breath and shoot. If you hit certain parts of the body, you only need one shot. As a beginner, you've only got a very small chance of hitting these parts. But if you bear in mind what I've told you, you'll hit better next time.
Yay, away we go. Just like that, we're better with our bow. Probably still not gonna shoot anything in episode 1 though. I can't imagine wanting to waste it. So this is mostly gonna be about getting ourselves up to level 5, getting some more, you know, LP to play around with. Getting a better bow, because, you know, like if I can deal more damage, then I'll use less arrows to kill the same opponent, so might as well do that. Also, as we improve our dex, we improve our range, so we won't have to put ourselves in harm's way quite as much. Which is obviously, you know, a good thing for very obvious reasons. Now, I always remember this guy because he's 100 free XP. He's hiding up here, in the rocks. Also, we can take his stuff. I don't think it's locked. Maybe it is. And I also want to know how the hell he gets his chest, like, lugged all the way up here.
What are you doing here? Don't often get visitors up here. Very clever of you to find my hiding place.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm fed up with the old camp. I had trouble with Gomez's folks. That was some time ago. I guess nobody remembers that now. But I'm staying here. There's too many blockheads running about in the old camp for my liking.
Oh. Sometimes I just instinctually like hit the enter key and I don't actually. Oh, it is locked. How many lockpicks do I have? I have 3. Do you think Gilbert has something worth breaking lockpicks over? Well, there's that. Yay! Only broke 1 lockpick. 10 ore. Now. Putting down without killing ourselves. That's a whole nother deal. Namely because the game has this weird propensity to like push you way over, like it kind of like that. But we're obviously not getting this done deathlessly. Please. Okay. Try to go. Fuck! Can we please get down without dying? These or not graphics. This. Please, please. Okay, good. Don't know why I didn't do that to start with. Yeah, the dropping engine physics, absolutely horrendous. Like my biggest complaint about this game in total. I cannot stand that you can't just like nicely climb down things. You just have to like try to get yourself over the edge and pray to God, whichever God runs this game, that you don't just get like pushed out 50 feet and then fall down however far you were gonna go. Crap, you know what I didn't do? I didn't use Mordrag to kill all of this extra stuff over here. That'd have been smart. Especially that lizard. Okay, well, we're just collecting some hell mushrooms. Oh, that was the thing about Arkelos, is you meet Nek, and he has problems with mole rats. It's so funny. They did such a good job with that. I like it. Right, I ran in here before. Like, without killing these. That's how we dealt with it the last time. Hey guys, yeah. Just come at me. No, all of you. I need all of you to come at me. Yeah, no, you all gotta do it. Because I need you to leave. Oh shit, your buddies didn't leave. Well, there's a problem. I know. Risk it for the biscuit. Oh, no. Okay. I messed up a little bit. It's fine. Pushed the wrong button, but it's okay. We figured it out. Oh, the pants are so good. They make that so much less painful. Alright. Got some money. We got Nek's amulet. So getting some easy XP out of the old camp now.
Hey, you! I don't think I've seen you here before.
No wonder. I've only just got here.
Then watch out. The outside world is pretty dangerous. You're only safe inside a camp.
I know. Except not so much, because you guys are all pricks in here. Who the hell are we gonna talk to? Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I'll cook meat, like, probably off the record. We need to sit there and watch me, like, cook meat over and over again. Because we have to do it individually in this one. Product of its time, for sure. Still love it, but product of its time.
The sleeper be with you, stranger. I'm here to guide you onto the right path.
And which is the right path?
The path of the sleeper. He alone has the power to set us free. The gurus are preparing a great invocation in our camp. They want to get in contact with the sleeper. So far, he's just talked to us in visions, but now it's time to get in touch with him. We'll need as many supporters as possible for that. By focusing our spiritual power, we'll get through to him. Our camp is some distance away in the swamp. I can take you there, though, if you want.
I will take you up on that tomorrow. I don't really want to go on a venture right now.
I trade in swamp weed and potions from the sect camp. Do you want something?
Show me your goods.
I got the best stuff here.
We don't need to ask what swamp weed is. We are already a dealer. Arrows, though. He's got some arrows. Well, not doing so great. We could technically sell him this stuff. Oh, we could sell him Dream Call, but nothing else, basically. And that'll definitely be faster than like sharing it all out. But the problem is that sharing out the weed is basically an infinite money generator because the money gets pulled out of nowhere. Versus if you trade it, that money's just kind of gone out of the economy into your pocket. So I'd rather trade like miscellaneous junk for it. Oh shit, no, we stay away from him. Stay away from Budwin. Budwin's a dick. I don't want to talk to him. Okay. Oh, he didn't yell at me. How nice. Don't ask me where I'm going. Well, I mean, we could just talk to Sly.
New here, are you? I don't know your face. I'm Sly. I have a job on offer for a newcomer.
You have a job for me? What is it?
One of our guards has disappeared. He's called Nek. He might have gone over to the new camp. You're new here, and you'll get around quite a lot, so keep your eyes peeled. If you find him, I'll speak up for you in the camp.
Well, as it turns out...
What good will your speaking up for me do?
If you want to join the camp, if I speak up for you with Diego, that'd be a great help for you.
I'll see if I can find him.
If you meet Fletcher, ask him about Nek. He's taken over his district since Nek disappeared.
Where will I find him?
His district is the district of the arena.
I've always thought of that as like a really awkward way of wording that. And I mean, it is. His district is the district of the arena. Like, why wouldn't he just say like, oh, he looks after the arena district or something? Like anything other than saying district twice, because district is already kind of like a weird, like, hung up word. Odd to use it twice immediately. But, I mean, whatever. Voice acting has come such a long way since this game was produced. Even though I don't think there's a problem with the voice acting. I know a lot of people have an issue with it, but like, I honestly don't find the voice acting in Gothic 1 and 2 nearly as appalling as it is in 3, or 4 evidently. Is that Fletcher? That looks like Fletcher.
Let me.
Hey.
Hey, you!
If you want to get rid of your protection money, you've picked the wrong day.
Yeah? Why's that?
'Cause I'm not here.
Oh? Where are you then?
I'm actually at the castle, sitting by the big campfire, drinking a mug of beer.
Then how come I'm talking to you?
Nek's vanished. This district is usually his responsibility. And until he reappears, Thoris has ordered me to guard it.
Me, okay.
Do you know where Nek's got to?
No, and I'm not likely to find out. If anything, the diggers in this district might know something. But diggers don't talk to guards. Especially not now they know I hate this filthy work. I bet they're laughing behind my back.
It's about Nek.
Yeah?
No news.
Keep me posted.
Why don't you just collect some more protection money?
Nek did his rounds before he disappeared. There's not much left to collect now.
Oh, right, I remember. I have to talk to Snaff. Snaff's the one that sent him off to deal with the mushrooms and the mole rats. I remember now. Too bad we can't get meat bugs. I mean, I can. It'll only cost me 3 arrows. I should probably just do it. And then we can get free soup. And who doesn't want free soup?
How's things?
Not bad. If you can cook well, you have many friends here. Would you like some of my rice stew?
Thanks.
You could do me a favor.
What can I do for you?
You must be used to good food. I have a new recipe. Meat bug ragu a la snaff with rice and mushrooms. You can have as much as you want, but I still need 3 meat bugs and some hell mushrooms. 5 should be enough.
Sounds good.
Then go and see you get me the things. The last one I sent just hasn't come back. Must have deserted to the new camp.
Who was the guy you sent before me?
His name was Nek. He was pretty discontented here. I think he's in the new camp now. I sent him to collect mushrooms, but he didn't come back.
Okay, I don't need to ask those questions because I already know the answers to them. But now that we know about Nek, we could probably go talk to Sly. Actually, what does the amulet do? I just want to check. It does... oh, weapon protection. Meh. Useful, but I'd rather have the XP. Pretty sure that's more important at this point. God damn it, blood one. Don't want to run into mud. Want to run into blood one. We're just gonna avoid them nicely for as long as physically possible. Or until I forget again.
I found Nek.
Good. Have you got any evidence for that?
I found this amulet on him. Here
Yay.
you go.
It was actually the amulet the whole thing was about. You're a clever guy. You might have had the idea to keep the amulet yourself, but you've made the right decision. If Diego asks me about you, I'll vote in your favor.
Well, I think that's about as good a time as any. We're just gonna duck in here
you.
and oh god damn it.
You've been lucky there.
Don't make him come towards you. Gotta avoid him. Where are we gonna sleep? I guess we'll go to the abandoned hut. And we'll call it a night there, so yeah, that's how we're starting this challenge run, I guess. It feels kind of lackluster, doesn't it? I don't know. I always feel awkward starting a challenge. Once we get rolling, it feels pretty good. Feels natural, but the start is always kind of awkward. I never really know, like, what to do or say most of the time, and you kind of have to, like, make a good impression for the first video in a series, because oftentimes it's the one that, like, gets the most exposure, and that's when people decide whether or not they're gonna bother to watch it. So it's always a lot of pressure. I know I've talked about that before, but, you know, just reiterating the point. Hey, we'll talk to Fletcher.
It's about Nek.
Yeah?
I think I've found him.
What? Where is he?
Feeding the rats?
Oh, no! Damn it! That means I have to run the show here now. I was hoping he'd be coming back. Now I have a problem.
What's the problem?
I'm in debt to Scatty, right up to my neck. Now he knows I'm doing Nek's job. He'll be coming around every day. Let me pass.
Well, have fun with that, Fletcher. I'm off to the empty hut. But I don't need to talk to anybody about it because I already know about it. This one with a little canopy, right? Or is it the other one with a little canopy? I can never remember. I think it's the one with the chest that's unlocked, though, so it's not this one. It's, yeah, this one. Put it up and... oh, it's got nothing in it. Cool. We'll take the ham on the table at least. Oh, there's the other chest. Does it have something in it? No. Okay, well, that's a wrap for today. So I guess we'll see you all in part 2. And yeah, I guess that means that I'm off the break now. So until next time, please like the video, subscribe for old time's sake, and have yourselves a good one. Bye.